What's up, everybody? This is Nuclear Caramel. I'm going to make a quick guide here on how to spend your gold efficiently in the new game mode Xing Mountain. There's 7,500 gold available to you. So right now I'm going to start off with a Matarasu to show you some physical builds that you can use.
No matter what happens, I will always have your back.
Alright, so I've started a custom here so you can see 7,500 gold. So for an ability-based warrior, really good build is going to be Jotun's Wrath, Breastplate of Valor, Titan's Bane, and then you'll see we have 700 gold left. For an auto attack heavier, you can go Light Blade here, or you can also go Cloak if you want to have a little bit more protections involved. There's a few other things you can build, but these are the two best like alternate slot items for you. And as you can see, we're left with 10 gold. What this gives us is we have full cooldown from the Jotuns and the Breastplate of Valor. We have 70 power to help our abilities out. We have 10 flat penetration and 33% from Titan's Bane here. And then we have some extra mana from the Breastplate and the Jotuns, which that's always very important so you don't run out. If the fight goes a full minute, as the round lasts, you may end up needing all that extra mana because you're going through your abilities very often. Especially like for a Matarasu here, you may want to switch auras a lot. You may want to, you may have to go dashing a lot to silence people, or as Tier, you may be pushing people a lot very often. So that build works for ability-based warriors and also assassins as well. Again, obviously the breastplate you would think, oh, that's not that great, but it does max out your cooldown and it gives you that extra mana again. And because everything's so random and chaotic, you may need that extra protection as well to help yourself survive. But the penetration is the most important part because of the tower objectives in some of those, especially the one with the 4 towers and the lion. That 33% penetration helps a lot on those towers. It's massive to have that. So that's a good build for your ability-based ones. Now we have 7,500 gold available to us, but the round has already started. If you have an auto attack thing, I've already gone through this. You can do Chin Size, Executioner, and I don't have that in this build. You can do Odysseus's bow. Now this will leave you with around 60 gold, I believe, so you can snag a potion if you really want to. This is good for attack-based assassins because you can do a lot of things with this. You'll be doing good damage to the gods in those rounds, and you will also be shredding protections. If you are running hunters, it'll help them, or other like warriors or assassins. It will help if one of them has Executioner. And then Odysseus' bow will help you do more AoE damage in those chaotic fights with a lot of different things, like the tower with a lot of minions, or one with several gods, or the copies of, the Gebs. This will help you stay relevant even in the fights that require AoE. And I'm going to go real quick into a sort of niche thing. And this is crit-based assassins.
Strong attack eliminates the need for defense.
I have figured this out. This is actually the exact way to spend all of your gold exactly, and there will be none left. What you'll do is you'll build Poison Star, Rage, and Stone Cutting Sword. You can't see it right now because I've earned gold because the round's going on, but I've calculated this out in other games. I just didn't want you to sit there and watch me sit there and buy stuff and sell stuff and buy stuff and sell stuff and start games over. But this is what I figured out for crit-based assassins. You get Poison Star, Rage, and Stone Cutting Sword. This will allow you to keep doing good damage, and you'll have up to 95% crit chance here, and pretty decent power overall. And you will also be lowering the damage that they do, especially like the Giant Artemis and the Giant Zeus are some of the real big ones. So if you can get crits on them and reduce their damage, that's going to be huge. And also another thing to shred protections. So that's a good thing that you can do there. This will give you a little bit of movement speed too. so you can run around a little bit better. So if you want to be, say, Mercury or Neja, this might be a good build for you. Because if you build Deathbringer, that's like almost half your gold right there. And it's hard to fit Deathbringer in and also build other things. So this is just a good gold efficient build that will still allow you to hit pretty hard. And you're also helping the team out with the buffs, with the debuffs rather, from Poison Star and Stone Cutting Sword. So I'm going to sell those. And the last thing I'm going to go over is the build you want to have for Hunters. Now this build will leave you with 50 gold, I believe.
My blade will now strike swiftly.
You get Masamune, you get Titan's Bane, you'll get Iqval if I can find it. Go, and Ninja Tabby. Once the patch goes through, Ninja Tabby will have 20% attack speed on it. So that's going to be pretty big. And what this will give you is it's going to be 50% attack speed. You'll have 10 basic pen from Iqval and then the 33% from here. Again, towers are difficult to kill without penetration, so you need this Titan's Bane, definitely. You'll have a lot of extra power from Masamune here. And, you know, this will also help with those gods that have a lot of health, like the Geb, or the singular Loki that has a lot of, like, he has max health and protections available for that level. So this will help you do a lot of damage to both towers and gods. It'll keep you relevant. 50% is a good base because a lot of these hunters that you'll be seeing used in this mode will have their own steroids, like Artemis with, you know, 80%. So this will keep you pretty good. You're gonna have you'll have 100 power basically, and up to 30 with Iqval. So this will keep you hitting hard, and it'll let you poke those towers down pretty fast. So that's it for the hunters. I'm just gonna go ahead and surrender here. And that's all the physical gods and the various builds that I've come up with for them. We'll move on to a mage here. I may cut this part out. Just edit it together. Alright, so we'll start another one. Custom. 7,500. Bot started.
Freya.
We'll do Freya here for this one. So now we're going to get into the magical gods. There are fewer builds here. There are a couple for mages that you can do, and then one for guardians that I'll show you.
For Asgard.
So since I'm playing Freya, I'll just quickly show you the build that I've come up with for the
Empower
attack
my
speed
blade.
style hunter. Now this is a little bit odd, but as you can see, this leaves us with 5 gold unspent. This is the most efficient build possible for a attack speed based hunter. Again, you'll still want this penetration, and you want some attack speed if you're going to be Freya, Kronos, or Sol, right? A lot of power here. As you can see, we've got 300 power. That's pretty good for basically you're going to be level 13. This is going to give you 30% attack speed from the Telkines with its passive to deal a little bit extra. It helps out a lot, especially on the minions. It'll keep you relevant for the, you know, the Tower of Power, and just a lot of power overall. This build especially helps out Kronos because of the 4th section on his Wheel of Time. Boom, you're going to be hitting super hard for a level 13, and you'll be relevant on even the towers. You know, the objectives. Again, especially that lion. That one's pretty tough. You want to burn those towers down as fast as you possibly can. So that's that one. That's for attack speed based magical characters. Again, that's Kronos, Freya, Sol. Maybe do it on Cabrakan if you're feeling crazy. So for the next one, we'll do regular mage. Something like an Anubis is especially helped out by this. You're going to do Shoes of the Magi, Obsidian Shard, and then You'll do Bancroft's Talon and Talon Trinket. Now this build leaves you with about 60 gold, I think. You could buy a potion if you wanted to. But basically the idea here is you have 275 power. You have 20% magical lifesteal, which is pretty good. It can be kind of hard to keep a mage alive in that mode because of how random and chaotic it is, so the lifesteal really helps. And again, penetration is always important. You get a little bit of flat from here, you get a lot of percent from here. And as you take damage, which you're going to get even stronger. You can get up to, basically you'll see here, 375. We have 275 now, we can get up to 375 power with this. And Anubis we've found is very good for this. And with this build here, you'll have this extra lifesteal and this penetration. You are going to be doing a ton of damage. And now, even though Freya's not a Guardian, we'll go ahead and show you the Guardian build as our last little part here.
No one can stop me.
This is going to be Voidstone, Sovereignty, Heartward Amulet, and then you'll go ahead and pick up Silver Breastplate. This is another build that spends 100% of the gold that you have. And this gives you, the auras from Sovereignty and Heartward Amulet are always going to be helpful. The extra protections for your team will help a lot because things are targeted randomly. There's not any, real threat, especially in the beginning. There's no way to force things to hit you. So having Sovereignty and Heartward will really help your whole team out. Massively. It's going to be huge for you. Voidstone will give you some more protection, a little bit of power, and it will help you out if you run double mages, which we found to be very good. We've been running Guardian, 2 mages, Warrior, and a Hunter. And it's been working out pretty swimmingly. Then if you pick up the Silver Breastplate, it'll round out your physical protections, give you a little bit extra mana to work with in case the fights go really long. And this will help out immensely if you want to go a pure support Guardian. Now if you wanted to do something else, like a Bracken, I could see doing, crazy stuff like Soul Reaver and Polynomicon, but you won't be very helpful to the team at large. You're just there to do damage. So the Guardian build that I've showed here is just for the strict support style. Like if you want to play Terra to help your team sustain, or Sylvanas for that matter, this build works for them. If you wanted to play Fafnir, this build is great for them because you're supporting your team and it'll help you do a little bit extra damage. Fafnir is very good for the mode. So, other than that, those are the most gold efficient builds that I've found. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to me, hit like, comment on the video, validate my existence, all that good stuff. Have a good day.